How is it going, guys? We are going completely race car with the FRS today. We're gonna be tearing out the interior. I do have to put some of the interior back because the class that I'm running in doesn't allow for a completely gutted interior. And I'm also gonna show you guys a little sneak peek of something new that we got into work as well. Now, if you guys have been enjoying the content on this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up. It really does help to show your support and keep me motivated and helps me to create more and more content. Back to the race car part, the reason why we're tearing out the interior is to install a roll bar. This is the Autopower Roll Bar for the FRS and BRZ. Well, part of it anyway. This is the main hoop. There are a couple different options when you're looking for something like this for these cars. The reason why I went with this one was, one, it was easily accessible because we sell Autopower parts. But the second, the main reason is because this main hoop here is welded in and not bolted in, which will give me a little bit more peace of mind when I'm out driving the car. Now, this comes originally painted black, but I had it powder coated red to match the car. I think it's gonna look fantastic inside the car. We're not gonna be installing it today, but once we get everything out of the car, I'll toss it in there for a quick test fit to see how it looks. We're gonna push the car back a little bit so that we can open the doors all the way. And then we are gonna start by taking the seats out. We're gonna start over on the passenger side. If you have one of the older gens, you're gonna see these E10 bolts that require a special socket to remove. I had a hell of a time with these over on the driver's side when I installed my seat because most of them broke and I had to drill them out. If you have a newer model, these are just gonna be 12mm bolts, but hopefully this time I won't have to drill any out. With the bolts out, we can flip the seat up. We need to unclip this harness from this bracket and disconnect any connectors. With everything disconnected, we can carefully remove the seat out of the car. Same thing on the driver's side. The only difference over here is that I need to remove the 14mm bolt that's holding the bottom of the seatbelt in because I have it routed through the seat. Other than that, it's the same. Before we go any further, I'm gonna take some time and vacuum up these souvenirs that I've gotten from all my offs at the track, just to try and clean this up. Moving to the back seat, super easy, just a 10mm bolt. Once that's out, we're gonna pull up on the front of the seat while pushing down on the rear to release it from the car. For the back seat, we're gonna fold this down and you need to pop out the 3 clips that are holding this styrofoam piece in place. Those just pop straight up. And then if we take a look over on the driver's side here, this little black clip on the audio control module or whatever this is gonna be inside of this piece that's on the felt piece on the back of this seat. So you need to slide this towards the driver's side of the car, towards the outside here to get that clip in the large opening, and that's gonna allow you to pull this whole piece back. And then we can reveal 2 10mm bolt, or 12mm bolts, sorry, that are holding this back seat in place. We're gonna take the center console off next, so pop the e-brake boot off. This just pops straight up, like so. And we will slide this off of the e-brake. We're gonna do the same thing with the shifter trim. We just need to unscrew the shift knob here. And then we can grab the inside of the trim piece here to pull it straight up and pop it out of place. We'll slide the boot off of the shifter and make sure to disconnect the traction control buttons, and in my case, I also have the controls for my cluster retrofit that I need to disconnect. We need to pull these small panels off on both sides. Now we can reach in that gap and push out the aux and USB connector. Like so, we'll disconnect that. Push that back in there. And then we also need to press in or press out this cubby hole as well, because there's some screws that we need to get to. There we go. Now mine are connected to these switches, obviously, so I just need to be able to get behind them, because there are 2 screws that we need to remove that are covered by this cubby hole. I'm gonna show you guys these 6 screws that we need to remove to get the console out. Like I said, there's 2 behind this cubby hole, 1 back there, and then same spot on the driver's side. Behind the shifter, we need to remove those 2 screws. And then in this storage compartment here, underneath the mat, there's gonna be these 2 screws, which mine are a little bit rusty from, I'm assuming, the flood that this car went through. We also need to disconnect the cigarette lighter outlet before we're able to pull this thing completely out. And I also need to disconnect my cables for the Garmin. Come on. There we go. We've got pretty much all of the large pieces out of the interior, so now we can move on to the carpet. Before we can tear that out, there's a couple different trim pieces and clips all around the carpet that we need to take out. We're gonna start with these door sills. They just pop straight up. These small kick panels on the side are gonna have a pop clip towards the front of the car underneath the dash. Once you remove that, you can pull these out. The 2 rear trim pieces are gonna be next. There's gonna be a pop clip down at the bottom here, and then 2 in the trunk area. I've already removed the trunk stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. I've also pulled the door seal off so that you can get behind this and pull it away from the body of the car easier. But once you have those clips removed, we're just gonna start pulling, and we're gonna pop the clips out from behind here out. We've got all of the necessary trim pieces out, so I'm gonna show you guys the locations of the clips that need to be removed as well. Inside the footwell where the pedals are on the driver's side, for the dead pedal, there's gonna be a clip right here and right here that needs to be removed. I just pulled those out. I know you can't see up there because it's super dark, but on top of the pedals, there's one of the clips that you just unscrew, and then over to the right side of the pedals where this trim piece is supposed to be, there's gonna be another one that you unscrew, and then you unscrew this little stopper here, and that's gonna allow you to remove this plastic trim piece. And then on this side, where the radio is, there is another clip right there. I actually broke that one. Those are super hard to get out. Well, they're not hard to get out, but hard to get out without breaking them. So there's a clip there. Over on the passenger side, it's the same thing. Two clips that you need to unscrew on the top left and right, and then on the tunnel here. If we go back on the driver's side, underneath the seat, there's gonna be one right here and one right here. And then right above the transmission tunnel, right in the middle, there's gonna be one more clip over here. Almost forgot about the gas cap release here. You just need to pop this cover off, and that's gonna reveal this Phillips head screw. We'll take that out, and this will come along with it. Theoretically, yeah, like that. Now it's just a matter of pulling up the carpet. We need to get it over the top of the e-brake handle, and then I think I'm gonna kind of fold it in half and pull it out of the trunk. We've pretty much got everything we need out of the interior, and honestly, it looks pretty damn good for a car that's been through a flood. It doesn't look like there was a ton of standing water that was left in here for an extended period of time. Yes, there's trash laying around and there's a bunch of dust, but nothing that we can't clean up. Let's go ahead and grab the main hoop and toss it in here for a quick test fit. We're not gonna be able to install it today, like I said, because I have no welding skills whatsoever. I've never welded anything in my life, so I'm actually gonna have Eric, our fab guy, weld it in the next video. I just had a bit of a deja vu moment because about 6 or so years ago, I took a photo of Yo's red FRS at pretty much the same angle when we were tearing out the interior of that car. Now, I'm not going as crazy in this car, obviously, but it definitely did bring back some happy memories. I've got this kind of lined up. The base of the roll bar is gonna sit on the ledge here of the rear seat. This is gonna look so good once it's in. It's gonna have the 2 bars that go back to the wheel arches. Like I said, I can't install this today. What we need to do in the next video is grind off the paint in the area that it's going to be welded. And then we'll drill the holes for the 6-point harness, get all of the interior bits that I need back into the car. And that'll be pretty much it. I've got one more thing to show you guys today, and that'll be a wrap for this video. I told you guys I had something else to show you, and this is it. This is the new FT Speed 2022 GR86. I cannot wait to start modifying this car. They've made so many improvements from the previous gen. If you guys haven't already subscribed to this channel and the FT Speed channel, definitely do so because there is gonna be a ton of new content. That pretty much does it for this video, guys. We've gotten everything out of the interior that we need. I cannot wait to get that thing installed so that I can run a proper harness that's gonna hold me in place better. And just in case something bad does happen and the car rolls, I have some sort of protection against that roof caving in and crushing me. Let me know what you guys think of the new car, and if you wanna see something installed, leave it in the comment section down below. Be on the lookout for the second part of this video where we actually install the roll bar. That'll be coming up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, my knees. Oh, God. Ow. How the fuck? Pause. This is the new, this